Hi. One of my favorite things about Xena is it would go from like the most emotional episode to sometimes the most ridiculous episode.
We did that well too.
Yeah, exactly. Like the contrast, it was still so engaging and emotional. And I know that that style has carried on through Sam and Rob's work through his shows and movies. And I'm curious, in the writers' room, was there like a conscious like rule or set where it's like, this is how we're going to juggle these tones throughout the show?
Great question. That is a very great question.
Yes. This was back before serialized television was really, really popular. Because episodic was the thing. We may air them out of order, so episodic. When we got to starting the third season, we went heavily serialized. So we had to start thinking about the patterns, how we presented things. Episode to episode, you always saw a flow. And something that I'm still amazed about this show is that we followed so many different emotional patterns, philosophical patterns, to the point that by the time we got to the fourth season, you could see a patricide episode. Oh my gosh, this is happening. Then the next week, there's Ted dancing.
Yeah.
It made sense. Somehow it worked in this universe. So to say, did we sit down and actually plot out exactly where the flow was going to go? No, we would sit down, we would plot out kind of where we wanted to start, the center of the season, where we wanted to end up, and then we started kind of filling in the little gaps in between. And then our attitude was, we can't make the first episode the best, the middle one the best, the last one the best. They all have to be the best. And so somehow it's like television production in general. I always say it's kind of like piling 2 tons of junk metal in a Kansas wheat field and waiting for a tornado to turn it into a Cadillac. Somehow it happens.
I remember auditioning though for Gabrielle, and I understood it was about Greek mythology. However, I was told it's not Shakespeare. Don't read it like Shakespeare, because the producers wanted to make sure they brought in a sense of humor and levity so that it was approachable and accessible. And that was the note I heard.
And real, for that matter, because our lives have, all kinds of things going on in them. And wherever there's dark, there needs to be some light. So it was a balance, not only within the series, but within episodes. You would have like really poignant, heartfelt moments. And then the next moment, as you're saying, like jocks are being